the solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for June the 10th through June the 16th. And on Sunday the 16th, it's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all you dads out there. A particular mention to my son, Aidan. What a lovely dad you are. I'm so proud of you. And listen, I want to say thank you to everyone who commented, liked, shared, and I want to thank all the new subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new, I hope that you enjoy these readings and that you will return. And if you're returning, I really appreciate your love and support of this channel. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And these are general readings, like I said. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't assume that everything I say here is applicable to you. If you would like a personal reading and a more in-depth reading, the link to my website is below and you can check that out and see all the readings and the services that I offer. Another way that you can support my channel, FYI, is through Patreon, and you can do that for as little as $1 a month. That's not a lot to you. It's $12 a year. It's not a lot to you, but it's huge to me. I can do a lot with $1, or just a one-off donation. That would be really helpful too. Anyway, check out the Patreon page. I post things there that I don't post anywhere else. Sometimes I post things there first and then release it elsewhere. Anyway, I also have a Facebook group, guys, and it's a private Facebook group, and I do live feeds there every 2 weeks. I do horoscopes for people that attend the live feed, and I also have my cards on hand for any questions. Now, these readings are in 3 sections. There is the intro, which is this. There is the astrology report for the week, and then the tarot card reading. So if you're checking out your sun, moon and rising, all the links will be below. There will also be timestamps of where you can skip the intro and astrology if you're checking out the readings, multiple readings. So without further ado, let's go to the astrology report, shall we? Hello and welcome to the astrology section of your reading. Now, on Monday, June the 10th, at 11:28 a.m., the sun is in a very challenging aspect to Jupiter. Now, this aspect may have you overly optimistic, and you may have some errors in judgment. You could be extravagant with money, and you could expand your waistline also. It's just an energy that can overdo things. Now, take care not to have unrealistic expectations from those around you, colleagues, employees, employers, friends, family members. And your ego may want to come out and play. If not you, those around you could exhibit arrogance or egocentric behaviors. Have a forgiving heart for yourself and for others. Now, on Wednesday, June the 12th, from 11:15 a.m. to 3:16 p.m., the moon is what we say in astrology, void of course. That means it's kind of stuck between 2 signs. It's not moving. It's kind of floating there. And that means it's kind of like Mercury in retrograde. I would avoid purchasing anything, particularly large items. You could get buyer's remorse. Now, also, don't sign any contracts because things could be missed during this time. Now, on Friday, the 14th, at 2:12 a.m., Mars is in a beautiful relationship to Neptune. Now, this aspect enhances your intuition and psychic abilities, so trust your gut feeling. And there's a nice balance between creativity and practicality. It's like you'll have magnetism and charisma attracting people to you, and Mars will give you the energy to carry out a creative project to completion. Just in time for the upcoming full moon in Sagittarius on Monday the 17th. So take I would just say take care not to be too self-sacrificing during this time. Also, a little bit later on in the morning, 11:49 AM Eastern Standard Time, Mars is kind of in a seesaw relationship with Saturn. So Mars is the soldier, right? And Saturn, the grumpy old man. There may be a tendency to be a little cruel, impatient, and perhaps manipulating. It's an energy where you find yourself or others lashing out in cruel and not very nice ways. And your self-esteem could fluctuate on this day. So there's definitely a mix of energies there on Friday. Now on Sunday, the 16th, Mercury is in a beautiful relationship to Neptune. It's kind of doing what Mars has done, but now it's Neptune, right, is moving into those kind of same energies. It's 4:43 AM Eastern Standard Time. A wonderful imaginative mind with the ability to smoothly communicate and brilliant concepts which could inspire you and others. It kind of gives you this a visionary outlook, if you will, and it's like you'll become this engaging storyteller, so you will grab people's attention. This aspect will benefit you immensely if you are a writer, a creative writer, a journalist, or if you're in the visual arts. Now the same day, Mercury, a bit later on at 7 AM, a few hours later, is in that opposition, that challenging kind of seesaw relationship with Saturn. So the thing with this is your mind will be extremely sharp, right? And it's almost like you could handle a very difficult subject. Your concentration powers will be very strong. With Mercury opposing Saturn, you've got that, what's the word? Saturn's like the teacher, the strict teacher, and he's structure and form. And Mercury's the mind that can wander, right? But he will keep it in kind of check. So, you can tackle a very difficult subject that you couldn't get your head around before. You may be able to do that now. So, use that energy. And then at 8:18, just a little bit over an hour later, Jupiter moves into a challenging relationship to Neptune. It kind of gives you the urge to help others. And it's like, you'll have this wonderful kindness and compassion, and altruism could take center stage. You just have to be careful not to kind of lose yourself in it and, help people at the expense of yourself. So it's kind of, it's almost like unrealistic expectations of yourself, if you will. So don't self-sacrifice. Be aware of that. Okay, let's go to your cards, shall we? Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your tarot card section of your reading for June the 10th through June the 16th. Sorry. One more shuffle, and let's get right to your cards. So, I've already done the intention. I'll do a quick intention, please. This is for Capricorn for June the 10th through June the 16th. Blessings and helpful information can you give Capricorn for this coming week? 3 cards for Capricorn, please. 3 cards for Capricorn. 3 cards for Capricorn. Wonderful guidance, blessings and helpful information. 2 more cards for Capricorn, please. 2 more cards for Capricorn. 2 more cards for Capricorn. Oh, and there are the 2. Oh, it's so funny. I've been seeing this card every time I've shuffled, and it's come out for you. Okay, now we have the clarifying cards for Capricorn. Clarifying cards for Capricorn. Okay. There's one. Please clarify. There's two. And please clarify. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's look at your cards. What's really interesting, those cards came out upside down, so let's look at them as we go along. The first card out for you is the Empress card, and clarifying the Empress card is the Page of Swords. The next card out is the Seven of Cups. Clarifying the Seven of Cups is the Lover's card. Then you have the Six of Swords. I keep seeing this as I've been shuffling all the the signs before this. I kept seeing this card, and clarifying it is the High Priestess. Okay, Capricorn. All right, sorry about that. Okay, the first card out for you is the Empress. Look. This is about getting in touch with your feminine side. She has, this is Venus, right? She's got the sign of Venus. She is pure love. She's abundance. She's manifesting wealth. She's creative. She's this incredible energy. And clarifying her is the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is about the truth, right? Swords are about the intellect. Well, what I'm getting here, actually, oh, sorry about that, the bell's toll. That's an email coming in. Really annoys my friends because it sounds like the doorbell. They're going, who's at the door? Avon calling. So, Capricorn, this is about, and look, I think something's happening astrologically this week. I'm a little doppo here because it's really late, or I should say it's really early in the morning. It's a creativity. It's Neptune is coming in, and this is a wonderful opportunity. I think it's got something to Neptune and Saturn, I forget, but this is a wonderful opportunity for you to execute some kind of creative project, or writing, or the visual arts. This is a wonderful energy for this. I feel that you could really kind of get things done. Now, with the Page of Swords, I will say that when you're communicating, be kind. Because the swords can kind of be a little cutting and a little abrasive at times. So be soft in your communication. Now, the next card you have is the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is kind of a little confusion. You have a decision on the table, and it's difficult for you to decide. It's too many options, and should I do this? Should I do that? It's almost like you're stuck in limbo on something because you don't know which direction to go in. The confusion can be caused by Neptune, definitely. And clarifying this is the Lover's card. And the Lovers in this case, I feel, is a decision. Sometimes, the lovers come in and, you can meet someone, and maybe you have met someone and no, I'm not getting that. For some of you, this is definitely about a choice, a decision that's on the table that you need to make. It's really important that you make this decision, and you make it spiritually. So make the right choice for the right reason. This is about going inside and connecting with spirit, because the answers are within, and 7 is an introspective number. I really feel that you need to make this decision pretty soon. I actually think that this is a decision that you need to move on from. You've got the Six of Wands and the Six of Swords. This is about moving on. You may be in a relationship that's causing you the that maybe needs to end. Some of you are in a relationship that you need to let go of, and you're in fear of letting go of this relationship, and because you don't know the future, the future isn't guaranteed, right? So there's some trepidation in moving on, but you know you need to move on. I don't have to tell you that. You actually know that. You're being asked to make this decision. You're in this place where you don't know where to go. You don't know what to do. You don't know which direction to go in, but you kind of know that you have to go. And the Six of Swords is coming in and saying, look, get in the boat and go. Look, yeah, there may be choppy water. You know, it may be a rough ride for a bit, but eventually you're going to get to calmer waters and greener pastures. You're going to get put down on a nice, bank, with lovely sand and sun and warm air. To move on is the best option here. Okay, so I'm looking at this and I feel that you're in a relationship that's hurting you in some way. And you definitely have to make that decision to move on. And look, clarifying it is the High Priestess is your intuition is going to tell you which way to go. And you need to meditate, because when you meditate, you're going to clearly see what you need to do. The High Priestess is that she's telling you, I'm there to tap into. I'm going to tell you which way to go. I'll give you that direction. I'm going to give you all this wisdom and all this knowledge. And it's going to give you an educated base to move forward. The truth is going to come out for you. You're kind of in between. You're in between something, and all I can say is Capricorn, you're getting the message to move on. And I'm getting that it's a relationship that you need to move on from. It doesn't necessarily have to be a lover. I think for some of you it definitely is. But it could be a friendship. It could be some kind of toxic relation. There's a toxic relationship here that's really not good for you. And don't be in fear of moving forward, because it will be a good move for you. All right, Capricorn, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video and share it with friends and family, and or social media. Comment. I welcome feedback, and I always answer every comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.